Good morning, Appalachian Trail. Good morning. There's my tent spot last night. And the morning temperature is like 48 degrees. May the 4th be with you today. May the 4th be with you as we climb mountains on the Appalachian Trail. It's a little challenging to walk and share the trail in this section because it is awkwardly rocky, so I need to be looking down all the time to make sure I place my foot in the right spot. It's not like super big rocks. I might not even be able to see it if I didn't put the camera close, but you need to step around all these rocks, and some of them are under leaves, so it's a challenge. So it just slows my pace down. It's not hard. It just slows my pace down because you have to think about where you place your feet rather than just walk, which is the case a lot of time. There's some easier stretches and then some more challenging stretches, but I think I'm basically slow to the 2 miles per hour here instead of the typical, what has become typical to be 2.5 to 3 on flat stretches, which is fine. I'm enjoying it out here. I'm just walking and I'm not on a time schedule. Good morning. Welcome to the Appalachian Trail. Listen to those birds sing. It's a great day here on the Appalachian Trail. Today is day 72. Incidentally, my council number, Boy Scout Council, Connecticut Yankee Council, is council number 72. Yay. Disney connection. And we are Stick the Eagle here, and we are heading northbound from Springer Mountain, Georgia to Mount Katahdin, Maine. And we have less than 1,000 miles to go to Mount Katahdin, Maine. So we are heading northbound every day, and we are enjoying most minutes of it. Every minute we can, embracing the journey along the way. I'm so glad you're here for today, day 72. Hopefully you've been with us for a while. If not, welcome. Glad you're here and hope you enjoy walking with us today. Let's keep trekking northbound. Listen to those birds sing. Look at those firs. It's beautiful out here. We're in Pennsylvania, heading north. We are starting from mile 1201 today and going into Port Clinton at mile 1221. So we have a 20-mile day planned. Initially, we had more planned, but I'm taking into account these rocks slowing us down lately. I think up ahead is the site I was thinking of going to last night, until I found the empty site that was flat. That was like, well, I think I'll take this one because this looks good enough to me. I think somebody did camp here last night. Maybe the fellows who passed me while I was in my tent. But it's a nice camping spot next to a creek. There were lots of tents here. I guess there's a lot of different tenting areas, but lots of tents. So I'm glad I had the quiet campsite last night. There's like a lake and a dam here of some sort, and lots more people. This is a nice kind of forest walk I like. Not many rocks. I can pick up the pace and even look around. When there's less rocks, I have to be constantly looking down. But when there's not as many rocks, I can look around at the green ferns, just look around the woods and enjoy it a lot more. And go faster. It's a win-win. I'm also conscious that I'm going to be meeting a friend from college. I mentioned this in yesterday's video. So he's going to be driving to Port Clinton around noon. I'm not going to get there by noon because I started today at 7:30 with 20 miles to go. But he's going to hike south until he meets me. So, and then we're probably going to go out to dinner tonight somewhere in Port Clinton. So that sounds fun. Also, Nichols and PBJ, I believe, are planning on staying at the shelter in Port Clinton. There's like a shelter right on Main Street, I guess. So I should catch up with them tonight too. So this should be fun all around today. I do know that Nichols stayed at the 501 shelter last night, and I pushed on just 4 or 5 miles beyond that. Look at that little tiny view. We'd be able to have this view all day if it weren't for all the trees. But I'm thankful for the trees. The trees are pretty too. We have a little bit of an up through some mountain roll to power through. I do really like these Cliff Block energy chews. They have tons of different flavors and they really help. They help power me through the day. They taste great. I only discovered them because I saw them in place of my electrolyte jelly beans one time in Damascus, I think. And I decided, since they didn't have the jelly beans, I would try these, and I love them. The jelly beans and these work great. So I think next time if I go on another through hike of some sort or a big hike, I'm gonna get some of these from my resupply boxes and have them ready to go to be sent to me. Because I wish there were more places that had things like these. None of the foods or drink mixes or anything that I mentioned that I like are sponsored or paid ads or anything. I'm just telling you what I've found I've liked. Appalachian Trail relocation, Berks County, High Point, that way. Old AT closed for environmental issues. Okay. Wonder how long it's been closed for. Doesn't look traveled for or maintained recently, which makes sense. Onward this way. This way looks less rocky than the other way anyway, so I like this relocation. I'm gonna eat my words again. Caleb Friends Memorial Trail. All right. This is a nice section of trail. One of you commented that this journey is so special, which it is, and one day you'll be telling your grandchildren about this journey. Well, I hope I can. To have grandchildren, I need children, and to have children, I need a wife. But so far, that's all come up short. So you know what? I hope I can. That'd be fun. And that would be another one of my dreams come true. But this is one a dream. I'm so excited to be on this dream right now. One of the nice things about being single and by yourself is that you don't have to worry about asking permission to go do something like hike the Appalachian Trail. You can just go do it. So, and if you're ever in a relationship, you never want the other person to take away anything else that is you. So if you feel that to be in that relationship, you need to sacrifice part of you, then that's not a good relationship. We would need to just respect the fact that, you know, we like hiking. Even if you don't like hiking, just respect that fact. Scouts, you know, my connections. I'm never sacrificing any of those pieces just for somebody else. So in some ways it's healthier and easier to be just individual and independent. But other ways, you know, it'd be nice to fill that void too sometimes. I've come across to the other side. This singular tree almost looks like a little Christmas tree. There's no other firs that I see around it. So I appreciate it. It's beautiful. I met a guy who said he loves watching vloggers on YouTube, and I'm like, oh yeah, I love blogging. It's like, oh, you blog? Well, guys never explain their thoughts well on YouTube, so I don't watch guys. I like how the girls talk and explain what they're thinking. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I try to explain my thoughts and such, but he's like, ah, guys, no. Like, okay, I feel like, whatever. I hope I'm doing it well. I know you guys are watching, so. It's just like, it seems like if you never want to try out a guy because you always think that all the guys have the same type of blogs. I've really not watched guys' blogs. I've only watched 2 blogs before, and that was when I was binging because I decided on this hike 2 months before, so I wasn't watching years ahead like I otherwise might be. But I don't know. Do guys usually not explain thoughts well on blogs, what they're thinking? 1755, a lookout post to warn of the approach of enemies in the French and Indian War. Wow, that's cool. Right here, the lookout post during the French and Indian War. Looks like they've been paving this road right here. It smells of fresh asphalt. Trail goes right across the way. I think that Rocksylvania has lived up to its name. I was unsure at first. I just wanted to call it Pennsylvania because this is Pennsylvania. And Rocksylvania seems like a derogatory term or almost a negative term. It's like, oh, all your rocks are annoying. And it's like, yeah, they are a bit annoying, but it all matters about your attitude, your perspective. So, I'm in Pennsylvania, not Rocksylvania. Even though these rocks are highly slowing me down and hurting my feet, you know what? It's okay to be slowed down. I get to appreciate the bird song more. I just passed a Boy Scout troop. Come across a whole bunch of people. They're like, make way, step aside. And I'm like, Boy Scouts? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, I'm a Boy Scout too. It was on the Appalachian Trail with my Boy Scout troop when I first, with my Boy Scout troop on a backpacking trip was when I first stepped on the Appalachian Trail. And it was then that I think we met a few thru-hikers, and I was like, it'd be cool to hike the whole thing. I never thought I'd do it all at once, but here I am, hiking the whole thing. So I see those Boy Scouts stepping on the Appalachian Trail, some for the first time probably, and I think of me back then, dreaming. Today I'm grateful for the nice, cool weather. It's still 48 degrees out, nice hiking weather. It's cloudy, so it's not too sunny and warm, and it's also not buggy. Maybe it's too cold for the bugs to be out, I don't know, but unlike when it was in the 80s, there's no bugs bothering me today. Those are all wonderful things to be grateful for. It's starting to sprinkle, y'all. Should I put on my rain cover? It's another fire landscape. It's still sprinkling out. Haven't done anything about rain cover yet. Even amid the fire landscape, some of the trees are still alive and you can see the green despite it. Seriously, my feet are tired of rocks like this. I think my feet really need a break from walking on these rocks. I can't even walk and talk on these rocks. It's too treacherous, but my feet are tired. They say, I'm done with these rocks, I want a break. I like seeing markers, but I have absolutely no idea what that 500 is there for. It's not even 500 from Harper's Ferry. It's not 500 from Maine. You've got me guessing. I reached something. It's a sign of civilization. I'm leaving this controlled burn area. Looks like it is a controlled burn area. So, we now leave the controlled burn area and keep hiking north. For a second there, far out was not working well, so I didn't know how far I had. But it happens sometimes, but very rarely. Eagle's Nest Shelter, 0.3 miles. At this point, I don't need it. It's painful though, because it is my nest. It's the eagle's nest. But why stop there just to stop there? If it's 0.3 miles, I'd rather just get into Port Clinton, and my college friend's gonna be walking south to meet me, so it'll be good to see him. All right, 12 o'clock tip for today. Sometimes your feet will be weary. Sometimes all of you will be weary, and you'll just want to sit down and not go anywhere. I understand that, because that's kind of how I felt today. But it doesn't matter how fast or how slow you go. If you keep putting one foot in front of another, you will get somewhere. So I'm going slow today because of all these rocks and because my feet hurt. But I still am passing these landmarks and still getting closer to Port Clinton. So just put one foot in front of another, one step at a time. I am still wearing this one step at a time bracelet. And the other side it says, I believe in you. I got that from Trail Magic at Woody Gap, from Catwoman, and I still wear it to this day. I've worn it since. Mountain laurel, and you guessed it, rocks. Again, not big rocks I'd prefer, because those you can even sit on and take rest on. These you can't sit on and take rest on. They just make your foot step at awkward angles and hurt your feet, especially when you've been walking on them most of the day with only a few nice stretches without rocks. But this is the trail. This is Pennsylvania, and we signed up for this. I'm not complaining. I'm on the Appalachian Trail, and I am lucky to be here. Not everyone gets this opportunity. All right, we have a train behind us. Just Bob, slow and steady. And what's your name again? Cool Hand Luke. We're having fun. It's always great when friends catch up to you, and then actually picked up my pace quite a bit because it's fun chatting about things, about trail life. So let's walk through this field of ferns. This is just beautiful. I love these fields of ferns. Green everywhere, spring. Spring is my favorite season. I love those white blazes. This is nice and flat. Trail friends still behind me. And meeting up with friends always gives me some momentum and, what do you call it? Adrenaline? I don't know. But all of a sudden my feet stopped hurting. I think it's also because there's no rocks right now. It's a nice flat graded trail, so much easier to walk. Where did this climb come from? We're climbing up a fairly steep hill. I am falling behind the others on this hill. Not that that's a bad thing, but hills do slow me down. I just go slow and steady up them. Little by little, one step at a time, and eventually I'm at the top. And just like that, the climb is over. But my friends are gone. They just powered through that much faster than I did, but that's okay. We enjoy our solitary walks in the woods just as much as our non-solitary walks in the woods. It's 2 o'clock and it's raining, but that's okay, 'cause here on the Appalachian Trail, You're gonna miss this. You're gonna want this back. You're gonna wish these times hadn't gone by so fast. That's the song I've had in my head all day. Just telling me to always enjoy it. No matter what these small rocks do, no matter how annoying they may or may not be, no matter how much it rains, we are on the Appalachian Trail and we are enjoying it. I just had an interesting thought. Is it ironic that a guy named Slow and Steady flew by me today? It feels it to me. It's funny though. I like it. 20 miles into Port Clinton today. Really nice tent site. I am less than 4 miles away. It is 2:30. Will I go past Port Clinton? Who knows? I don't have a plan yet. I don't need a plan. I just will meet my college friend, enjoy a good meal in town, and see what time it is. There is a shelter in town by a church. That's a possibility. It's also a possibility that I might want to head on out. I guess it depends a little bit what the weather does. If it's pouring rain, I probably won't want to head out. I might want to shelter if it's supposed to shower rather than tent so that my tent doesn't get wet. But we're gonna play all that by ear. 20 miles into Port Clinton is a good day. I get especially with the rocks. With less rocks than yesterday, but yesterday only did 17 point something, and that still felt like a full day in Pennsylvania. So any day I do 20 plus miles is a good strong day. Maybe I'll stop at 20. Maybe I'll do more than 20. Stay tuned. Sometimes when other thru-hikers pass me on the trail, I feel like I'm slow. And I'm not slow, and I'm not comparing myself to others. It's just sometimes those feelings hit you. It's like, wow, they're pushing it into town and I'm still meandering among these rocks trying not to twist my ankle. You'd think the Appalachian Trail would run out of rocks eventually. Does Maine have rocks? Does New Hampshire have rocks? They do. Oh well, it was worth a thought. Have a little bit of a view here of the fields at this viewpoint. I can appreciate the Pennsylvania hills and valleys and the green leaves and the trees. And guess who I met up with? Crow. My college friend.
Former roommate,
wearing your Sienna stuff.
we're doing fist bump.
Boom. Yeah. That's awesome. So he hiked up here, drove up here. He lives in eastern Pennsylvania somewhere and drove up here to meet me hiking into Port Clinton. So we're enjoying some conversation and maybe we'll even get a chess game in. I haven't played chess in a while, but I told you how much I like chess. So let's do it. This is Stick the Eagle, met up with Crow. Good to see you. Thanks for coming out and hiking this part into Port Clinton with me. Say that again.
Nice to meet with Stick again.
There we go. Awesome. Appreciate the little clearing with us and the little wildflowers. Someone made a bench out of logs. It is most definitely raining, but that's okay. We enjoy it. Nice steep descent down. That's where we've been coming from. It is still raining. Parts of these rocks are a little slick, especially where there's some loose rocks on the ground, because the rain's kind of getting the ground wet. It does that kind of thing.
I think we're probably like a half mile from the town of Port Clinton.
Not too far.
Yeah.
There's a tree to climb over. We just came down that. This is like the steepest section of trail I've seen in all of Pennsylvania. This is the Schuylkill River Trail, and this is Appalachian Trail South. So that goes to Hamburg, and then Imagine coming south and looking at that. Oh, yay! I get to go up that. Here is the train yard. So we've almost made it to the river.
The steepest part is yet ahead.
There's some blazes ahead.
Pretty much level ground until the next mountain. So.
Here's the descent down to the railroad. And then I guess we get to go up that mountain behind those trees tomorrow. It says enjoy the scenery. I think we have. Still raining. There's the train station. Looks like a trolley. Ah, I see the blaze. It's way over there on that bridge. There's a fork in the river. But not the kind of fork that we eat with. What did Yogi Berra once say? If you find a fork in the road, take it. What if you find a fork in the river? What do you do with it then? Port Clinton greets us, an American flag. There's a blaze telling us we go somewhere. There's a turn in the trail. There's a blaze. Finding these town blazes is always fun. There's another one on that telephone pole way up there. Fort Clinton Peanut Shop, open till 8. Just past that is the restaurant. Guess who we ran into here in Fort Clinton?
It's me. It's been 500 miles, but I'm back. You couldn't get rid of me that easily.
No, PBJ always shows back up.
On the rainy days.
Is it always raining?
I don't think so. I don't know. There's something to say.
Nah, yeah, it's something to say. Awesome. Well, so glad to run back into you, and I know I'll keep running into you. So, happy trails. See you soon.
Oh yeah.
What's been the best part of the last, I don't know, Pennsylvania?
Getting into town and off of the rocks.
Yes, off the rocks.
My feet hate Pennsylvania.
Mind you too.
Hey, language.
I've been telling the viewers how much my feet hurt from the rocks. So, all right, embrace the journey.
Oh yeah.
We have appetizers, meatball and cheese, looks fantastic. Garlic bread. This is the small fry. The small fries. And guess who showed up? Bugs and Bushman, and Nichols is on the way. And Pro here, of course, still. Here is the main course, this Philly cheesesteak. This looks amazing. Nichols made it. Yay, Nichols on trail. Great to see you again too, Bloobs.
How you doing, steak?
Keep showing up.
I'll probably will all the way down the trail.
Let's do it. I look forward to it all the time. All these friends. This is a root beer float. This is my water glass. And this is a root beer float. Come get this root beer float at the Port Clinton Hotel here in Port Clinton when you hike the Appalachian Trail, Pennsylvania. Hey guys, guess what? It's someone's birthday. Happy birthday, Nichols.
Hey, thank you, Sick.
You got a cake there, and you know what? If you guys go back to day 11 of my video and watch Fresh Grounds Breakfast, you see Nichols and Bushman and Bugs Pack.
Day 11 or day 6?
Definitely day 11
Day 11, that's right.
was the Rock Gap
Day 6
breakfast.
Low Gap show.
Yeah, so I met him at day 6, but he probably wasn't in my video on day 6. But he was in my video on day 11 before I actually knew him well. So that was awesome. I just rewatched that part. Anyway, how's your birthday going, Nichols?
Rocky and rainy.
Rocky and rainy, let's go. Celebrating here at the Port Clinton Hotel with some cake and french fries. Now we are exploring this peanut shop next door, and there is a plethora of sugar. Baseball gloves and baseballs. I'm a baseball fan. There's also plenty of the regular candy down here. I have never seen a chocolate car before. How many kinds of Hershey Kisses do you need? Hazelnut, milk chocolate, vanilla, dark chocolate, truffle mint, cherry cordial. Belgian chocolate gourmet pretzels. That's a lot of pretzels. Flavors of jelly beans. There are tons of jelly beans. These are various Kobler's chocolates. So many choices. I like these dark chocolate cranberries. I feel healthy if I do dark chocolate covered fruit. Never had chocolate covered pineapple. This would be a first. Here's the nut section. Awesome.
There is a whole other room, yeah.
You said pack out one of those bugs?
Yes.
What do you all think of the candy?
It's vast.
It's vast.
A lot of options.
I just went with a very simple chocolate covered fruit mix, like chocolate covered cherries, blueberries, pineapple, etc. to get a taste of the place but not go too crazy. 1.3 pounds of chocolate. We are walking to the shelter with the 4 of us, 5 of us right now, to the church pavilion. It is raining, but we're having fun here in the Appalachian Trail here in Port Clinton, Pennsylvania. Look at these mountains, shrouded in clouds. St. John's UCC Church Grove. Nice small pavilion here. We do have this spot in the, oh, it's over there.
Wow.
Ha ha ha. I was like, I thought it was small. And they found it over there. Good job, friends. I got myself lost. That looks much better. There we go. This is much bigger. Much better than the small one I saw over there. You guys are laughing at me, aren't you? Laughing with me. These grounds are dedicated to the glory of God in memory of Robert Bryan. Thank ya. Beautiful flag post. We are here at home for the night, and we will be heading back out on trail tomorrow, rain or shine. We'll see what we have. Thank you to Crow for driving up from eastern Pennsylvania to join me up in eastern northern Pennsylvania. And
No problem, Stick.
it's been a lot of fun. So
Yes, it
appreciate
has.
you hiking up that huge hill and then hiking back down just to meet me on trail. It was great. Then we had a great dinner with some town food, and then we visited the candy shop with a peanut store. That was lovely, and I think we had a good time.
I think so too.
Awesome. So that ends a day of day 72 here on trail. It is Stick the Eagle here, and I'm so glad you joined us for today. Hope you can join in on some other videos too, because we're still on an AT journey.
I'll do what I can, Stick.
Well, you and them, if you guys want to. But you can too. Anyone can. So let's do it. If you want to follow along on some future AT content, please be sure to subscribe. And if you have not done so, I also invite you to follow along on my Instagram account @StickTheEagle for some live updates as well. For now, remember to embrace the journey and happy trails.